and leadership skills. Before we start the meeting, I would be here to set the meeting ground rules. Firstly, I would like to start by saying, if you have taken any role for this meeting, please rename according to your rules that you are taking. If you are a guest, you can put guest before your name. If you're a Toastmaster that is visiting and not playing an inactive role, you can put TM before your name. What that does is that it helps us identify people in the meeting easily. Thank you, Toastmaster Chidema. I see that you are complying. Having said that, I'll quickly go on to state the second part of the ground rules. It's a virtual meeting. I would want to minimize distractions as much as possible. So please, if you can, keep your phones muted. Currently, I'm muting my phone, leading by example. What that does is that it reduces distraction, not just to you, but also to the virtual audience during the meeting. The next thing is keeping our mics muted when we are not speaking. It's a virtual meeting. We are all in different locations and in different space. When we have background noise from our physical locations, it affects the quality of the meeting if our mics are not muted. It distracts whoever it is that is taking on the lectern to speak. So please try as much as possible to keep your mics muted if you are not speaking. Then in Toastmasters, we like to encourage people. Toastmasters is a safe place where we can grow. So we like to give encouragement. So I would advise that we try as much as possible to make use of the emoticons, make use of the chat box. Let's keep the meeting lively and interactive, because it would encourage people to participate. Quickly, I'll go on to share the Toastmasters promise. Please let me know when you see my screen. I believe you can see my screen now.
Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
Thank you very much, Madam President. A Toastmasters promise is a constant reminder of why we joined Toastmasters in the first place. Every meeting, it's important we take this promise just to remind ourselves why we joined and our responsibility as Toastmasters. So I would enjoin that you keep your mics muted, but read along with me while we'll take the Toastmasters promise. As a member of Toastmasters International, my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activity. So help me God. Quickly, I would want to hand over the meeting to our president, none other than Toastmaster Elizabeth. Toastmaster Elizabeth, virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Wede, for standing in for our Sergeant at Arms. Thank you so kindly. We appreciate that. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Please confirm I'm being heard and I am being seen. I know I'm being seen. Please confirm I'm being heard.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you so kindly. Good afternoon. fellow Toastmasters and guests once again, and welcome to the first meeting of LEARNTOR Toastmasters for the month of November. It is a very special meeting because today we are having the official visit of the division director in our midst, in our club today. So I would, first of all, before any other thing, like to recognize the presence of the division director for Division F, the Toastmaster Kubi Iyanga, DTM, who is present here with us. We can give those emojis to welcome him the LEARNTOR way. Let us welcome him. Division Director, sir, we welcome you to LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club on this your official visit. We are happy to have you here with us. Thank you for coming. Also, in a special way, I can see that we have some other dignitaries. We're all dignitaries, but we have some other top shots in Toastmaster. We have the immediate past division director for Division E, DTM Stella George. In our midst, you're highly welcome, DTM. We are glad to have you here with us. I would also like to recognize the presence of the president of president of Toastmaster Wede, who just stood in for us as the sergeant at arms. He's here as well. I'd like to recognize every other top executive of Toastmaster who is here with us. We appreciate you for joining us today in this meeting. You're all welcome. We equally welcome our guests who are not Toastmasters that are here with us, and especially welcome every member of Toastmaster who is here at this meeting. Thank you all for joining, for being with us here today. Today's theme is all about stronger together. At the beginning of this Toastmaster year, as executive, we decided that our theme for the year would be, we learn together, we succeed together, and we achieve success together. Now, today we have chosen a theme which states that stronger together. In the words of Steve Covey, an American author, he says, our strength lies not in our similarities, but in our differences. To sum this, I would like to just give us a typical example. I'm holding a stick of broom here. Easily, I can break this broom. Just the stick, easily. Equally, I have a bunch of broom here. Look at this. It is hard for me to break it. Why? Because they have something binding them together. The function of this broom is to make the house clean. But then, together as they are, no one comes to say, I am the one who made this house clean. Together, because they are one, they make the house clean and they achieve that goal. This afternoon, while thinking about what to say at this meeting, it dawned on me that when you're going for an interview, the first question you're asked by the HR people is always, what are you bringing to the table? And then I asked myself this question, what am I bringing to the team? I also want to pose this question to every one of us as we begin this meeting. As a member of Toastmaster, ask yourself this question, what are you bringing to the table that would add to what the club would achieve? The success of the club lies not on one person, but on every one of us. What the club will achieve at the end of the year is not one person's goal, but it is what we all do together. So I want to remind us every day that we wake up, let us ask ourselves, what am I bringing to LEARNTOR Toastmasters? What can I do with my skill as a Toastmaster? And how do I help the club to achieve its goal? When we put this together, we will understand that the club together, when we come together, we're going to achieve more because we are stronger together and we would always be stronger together. So once again, thank you for joining this meeting. And I wish us a successful meeting. And as I hope that we would continue to put the club ahead of our personal goals. Thank you. Now it's time for us to begin the meeting properly. And I would like to invite to the virtual lantern our Toastmaster of the day for the benefit of our guests in the house. The Toastmaster of the day is like the MC who moderates and coordinates the meeting. Our Toastmaster of the day, Zoom Master, could you help me with her bio? Our Toastmaster of the day is someone I have so much respect for. In my language, in Igbo, I call her Odogunwai na Toastmaster, which means the strong woman of Toastmaster. She's a double DTM. The first time I met her when I came to Toastmaster as a member, I said to myself, I want to be like you and I want to learn from you. She's a financial professional with over a decade of strategic experts in performance and people management. She's a chartered banker and a professional scrum master. She's committed to both her personal and professional role, and equally to her family. Being a wife to one man and a mother to two remarkable boys. She's a steadfast member of Toastmasters since 2016, actively engaging in multiple clubs and honing her leadership skills through various roles at the club, area, and district level, even at the division. Presently, she serves as the co-chair of District 94 Education and Training Committee. Her dedication has earned her a double Distinguished Toastmaster Award. That's the highest of it in Toastmasters, both in traditional paths and the normal pathway, showcasing proficiency in 6 pathways. Her achievements include multiple Triple Crown Awards and prestigious 2021 District 94 Silver Crown Award for completing the most paths in the district. Beyond her professional pursuits, she finds joy in reading, volunteering, I can attest to that, dancing, watching movies, exploring combat sports in her leisure, all while embracing her mantra, which is Kaizen, continuous improvement. Fellow Toastmasters and our esteemed guests, please join me to make welcome the special advisor to the president of LEARNTOR, our very own TMOD for the day's meeting, double distinguished Toastmaster Chidi Chukudi Madu.
Thank you most graciously, Madam President. Good afternoon, LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. I hope we're excited. Yeah, if you're excited to be here, please give me an emoji. Use the thumbs up, use the power icon. Just give me the love icon. I want to see a lot of reactions. I'm not getting a lot. Come on, people, reactions. Show me you're excited to be here. Remember what Madam President just said, we're stronger when we work together. So let me see the strength of our unity in our reactions this afternoon. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm excited to be here to serve as the Toastmaster of the day. And I'm super excited because we have some powerhouses in the house today. The big dogs are in the house. I can see our division director, Toastmaster Kubi Uyanga, looking all dapper on my screen. Good afternoon, Mr. Division Director, and thank you for visiting us. I can see, even though her video is not on, the immediate past Division Director, Division E, the superwoman herself, Toastmaster Stella Judge DTM. Thank you for being here with us today. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and it's the best time to spend time with the family. The theme of the meeting is what? Stronger Together. And I want 3 people to very quickly tell me how that theme resonates with them. Stronger Together. In 30 seconds, 3 people, tell me how the theme Stronger Together resonates with you. Do you agree we're stronger when we're working together? Do you agree, we're stronger when we're working on our own? Because, there are people who would rather be on their own, do their own thing because they don't want other people to pull them down, right? I know there are instances where that happens, but I just want 3 persons, we'll move on, to quickly share their view with me in 30 seconds. If I don't get any volunteer, I'll start calling him. All right, Madam VP, please go ahead.
Okay, yes. So for me, it's more of an experience that happened today, this morning. So I woke up this morning very confused, disturbed, worried, and unhappy. And then the first person I chatted this morning was our president. I'm like, Madam President, what's going on? I still have some role players, I still don't have some role players yet. And then she was like, relax, don't worry. And I have my speech coming up. She said, relax, don't worry. Just try to do the most that you can. And then I reached out to our IPP. Trust me, at LEARNTORs, we are very lucky to have a team of strong women, superpower. Coincidentally, they're women anyway, backing us. And I reached out, and I just felt like a very strong relief. All my problems disappeared into thin air. So imagine that I was able to find a way to, go about my speech that I was a bit worried about. And then we're also able to resolve the challenge that I had with my pending role players, and imagine that I tried to do that on my own, or I just sat down, I was talking like, how am I going to do this? Trust me, we'll be here and everything will be hazy. Imagine we just started and everything is already going smoothly. So what this then means is that you cannot really do this thing alone. You can't do life alone. You need people, and together we are stronger. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly, Madam VP, for sharing that. When you said something like, and there are women, coincidentally. I was looking at the division director. He wasn't smiling at all. Meanwhile, Toastmaster Wede was smiling, but I'm not sure that smile was coming from his belly. Toastmaster Wede, was it coming from your belly? Tell us. And then share your own view on what it means to be stronger together with us.
Yeah, so it was coming from my belly. I'll start by saying that I have 6 sisters. So I'm an advocate for woman power and all of that. So for me, I think the stronger together, it's just indicative of the fact that we really cannot do anything by ourselves. And so I think nature also makes it that way, in the sense that if you look at things that have been achieved in life, it has not been the responsibility of a single person. So one person might have the vision, but the skills to execute that vision, he might not have. It's just nature's way of ensuring that everybody's carried along. And if we come from that perspective, we understand that we really cannot do anything without getting to work with people. And those are some of the benefits Toastmasters offer to us, to have that platform where we can connect, where we can hone our leadership skills, where we can meet people, where we can network. Personally, I've benefited a lot from the networks I've gotten from Toastmasters International, be it in my personal space, in my career, and all of that. So I think that it's very, very obvious that stronger together is just showing that we need teamwork to be successful, to make the dream work, like they say. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster over there, and thank you for sharing your insights with us. And I love the theme of today's meeting because you know what? It's a theme that I think it resonates deeply with the core values of Toastmasters, Toastmasters core values and its principles, right? Because in Toastmasters, what do? We come together to learn, we come together to grow, we come together to support one another in our journey of personal and professional growth. Because you have mentors, you have coaches, you have club executives, you have area directors, division directors, you have your leaders at the district, all the way to Toastmasters International, because Toastmasters is not somewhere a person can do it all by themselves. And I think this meeting team resonates deeply with that. For the benefit of our guests, Toastmasters International is a global organization that empowers individuals or has empowered individuals for decades to become better communicators and leaders. Toastmasters was founded in the year 1904. We're 99 years old. And next year, Toastmasters will be 100 years old. Toastmasters operates in clubs where individuals are provided a positive learning environment. Meetings are safe environments where people are encouraged to build and develop and enhance their public speaking, their leadership skills, and also develop the soft skills that help us in our professional lives. So if you're a guest and you're here, relax, you're in for a super ride. And for our Toastmaster members, home and visiting members, you're welcome. And I'm sure today's meeting is going to be a spiffing one. To help me run today's show, it's a woman who is a superpower. She has a team that will ensure that we get feedback on everything we do today. I am the MC, as the president said, and the person who you're going to see on your screen next is my 2IC, the person who's going to ensure that today's meeting moves smoothly. She is the general evaluator, and the general evaluator for today is Toastmaster Mercy George Igbafe, Africa's tech doctor and a tech luminary and agile master with skills in data analytics, agile, scrum, and digital marketing. She is the visionary creator of LEARNTOR, who is on a mission to digitally upskill and reskill over 1,000 IT talents by the year 2025. And it's interesting to know that LEARNTOR has already transformed the lives of over 2,400 individuals, 75 of whom are women and youths. Please join me to welcome the immediate past president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, who coincidentally is serving as a member of the District 94 Public Relations team, Toastmaster Mercy George Igbafe, who will serve as our general evaluator as she introduces her role and her team. Toastmaster Mercy, please go ahead and take the show. Toastmaster Mercy?
Please confirm I can be heard.
Absolutely.
Okay, the on is gone, right?
It is.
Thank you so much. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and friends. I'm trying to be standing because I believe it's much more powerful, but I doubt if my head is not chopped off, so I'll probably sit down because it's not working. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Good morning and good evening. Welcome to LEARNTOR Toastmasters meeting for the month of November. Toastmaster has 3 core segments as an experience that you are served all the time, like a 3-course meal. The first one, the education, perspective, evaluation, where we cheer you on and give you feedback on how you have done with your speeches. And this task is not done by me alone. The MC has introduced me, which is the Toastmaster of the day. I am simply just the general evaluator. We are stronger together, and based on the God's sake of working together, let me start by using some of the words. One quote that resonates with me very strongly is, individually, we are one drop. Together, we are an ocean. And it takes God's spirit to recognize that we are collective strength, that our collective strength is far greater than our solitary ambition. So I'm very delighted to be introducing and be working with amazing Toastmasters, amazing role players that will be sharing what their responsibilities are today. So that being said, let me quickly call on our first role player for today. And I don't know, Madam VP, can you confirm that the grammarian is on the call? So we can start with the use of the word of the day. Madam VP, is the grammarian?
Just a moment. Yes, she.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So calling on the grammarian to share the purpose and our responsibility for today's meeting, I'd like to just introduce our grammarian first before the word of the day, if I can have the honor of doing that. Tim Chidima, are you ready? Are you ready? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Our grammarian. Her name is Imabong Vivian Echo. By the way, in case you didn't know, she is my biological daughter. So let me throw that in. Okay, so in introducing Vivian Imabong Echo today, I have the singular honor. I'm trying to get to her profile. Okay, it's a bit small. Excuse me. Okay. With intellectual curiosity and quickness. Okay. Let me just revert to my own. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zoom Master. With intellectual curiosity and quickness, she is result-oriented in end-to-end implementation and adoption of impactful, holistic solution with the user and its environment in mind. So she's very nature-driven. She attributes quality to health and well-being through healing the body's trauma, using food as medicine. And by the way, what she's saying to you in essence is she's been a vegetarian for the last 6 years, identifying limiting narrative of the mind and bringing awareness to its anatomy and psychological physiology through yoga, beg your pardon. Lifting the spirit with meditation, prayers, gratitude to renew the mind by applying knowledge and tools on how to survive. Favorite quote goes, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you are right. And that's by Henry Ford, 1963 to 1947. And our focus for 2023 is building a congruence with passion and skill. So welcome to the virtual floor, Toastmaster Imabong Vivian Echo. The floor is yours. You can stop sharing now so she can share the word of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good day, everyone, distinguished Toastmasters and guests. The word of the day. But before I go, they say it takes vulnerability is the ultimate act of courage. And without that, we can't be stronger together. The word that I've chosen to express this is gutsy. It's an adjective. Gutsy is a British way of saying it, or gutsy as an American way. It's marked by courage, pluck, and determination. It is expressing or characterized by basic physical sense or passion. Nigerians are gutsy fighters, is an example. Gutsy talk in expressing your love, gutsy decision. I hope we all have a gutsy day. As we use the word of the day, I will be paying attention to the people who are actually use it more often. Be gutsy as you say this word. Starting now, the countdown begins. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Please, let's appreciate the gutsy grammarian as she delivered our role. So the next role player that I will be calling on for the next session, and before I do that, the next role player that I'll be calling on simply would be, my apologies, okay? The counter, Toastmaster Shayo Baba, but his full name is Adeshayo B. That's his full name. And I don't know if we have him on the screen, but I'll just go ahead. It's a seasoned banker. He's not just a banker, and a business analyst trainer that has trained, by the way, LEARNTOR's 2 cohort, and someone that I really hold in high esteem. 2 likes, family, and Arsenal FC. I see there's been a winning streak for Arsenal. I hope they keep it up. His primary focus for 2023 is freelancing. Okay, his favorite quote says, "The room for improvement remains the biggest room in the world." The virtual floor is yours, Toastmaster Adeshayo B. Budget.
Thank you, my very gutsy General Evaluator. The most energetic Toastmaster that I know, and probably the most passionate Toastmaster that I know. As well, please confirm that I can be heard. Please, can I be heard?
Clearly. Yes, you can.
Toastmaster Shayo.
Fantastic. Thank you, my gutsy General Evaluator. I like to win the word of the day by making sure that I pronounce the word of the day correctly. So the grammarian of the day, please confirm that the right pronunciation is gutsy.
Absolutely.
Gutsy.
Yes.
That's gutsy. That's like 3 times already. At least 3 times I'll be used in the course of today's meeting. Thank you, the grammarian. Toastmasters and guests, good afternoon. I am excited to serve as the counter for today's meeting. As the counter, I'll be counting the number of filler words that are used in the course of today's meeting. What are counters? I hear you ask. Counters or filler words are those words that probably out of mannerism we have formulated, or those words we use during a pause while we gather our thoughts together to think of what to say. And you agree with me that these filler words often subtract from the value, from the meaning of our conversation. And as gutsy speakers, it will be important we limit the use of these filler words while we communicate. What are those filler words? Examples are, you know, shotitbo, now like our Yoruba people will say, and things like that. Those words just put in while you're trying to gather your thoughts. They don't do well to our conversations. And I'll be back with a report when summoned by the gutsy General Evaluator to tell who used the most filler words in the course of today's meeting. And over to you, the gutsy General Evaluator. Thank you.
Let's drop some emoji for Shayo Baba Toastmaster Adeshayo Bilubaji. That's a gutsy way, a gutsy approach for us to share our challenges. And when we share those challenges, it makes us unstoppable. So that is stemming from one of my quotes that says, unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. So permit me to call on the next role player, which is our timer for today. And that is in the person of Toastmaster Chidima Since she is the role player, okay, she's already sharing the slide. She is so efficient. Fantastic. Okay, I'm waiting for the slide to come up. Fantastic. We can all see, right? Her name is Chidinma Eze, in case you did not know how to pronounce it with great gusto. Our hobby and interest is reading, surfing the net, brainstorming, chatting with friends, sharing the word. Favorite quote is, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God." Oh, she speaks to my core. "And his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Matthew 6:33, one of my favorite scriptures as well. Why Toastmaster? A platform to learn, grow, network, change the world. There's some things Chidinma did not put in her bio, which I would have the singular honor of sharing. This young lady is a remarkable young lady, just joining Toastmaster a few months ago. She's wearing several hats. She's a Zoom master, she's the club secretary, she's serving in the division, and she does not just serve, she delivers on what she's supposed to do. Please welcome, with some lovely emoji to bring the charming smile that she uses to enchant every one of us to the screen. Please welcome with me, Toastmaster Chidinma Eze.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for that gutsy introduction. Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and guests. I'm excited to play the role of the timer today. Tick, tick says the clock. What you have to do, do quick. I'm sure some of us know that rhyme. So in Toastmasters, we learn how to give constructive and clear speeches within an allocated time. So it is my duty to ensure that we are working with the allocated time based on our agenda, and actually we are quite behind schedule. So a Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 segments. We have the prepared speeches, the table topics, and the evaluation. So for the prepared speeches, you have 5 to 7 minutes to give the speech. And once it's 5 minutes, which is the qualifying time, I'll raise the green card. So let me just do that so that we know what that looks like. Okay, great. Yes, so please confirm. Yes, you can see my background, right? So once it's 5 minutes, I would raise the green card to show that, okay, you've gotten to the required time for that speech. And then once it's 6 minutes, I will change my background to the yellow one to show that I've gotten to the target time. And then once it's 7 minutes, I will change my background to the red card to show that that's the finish time. So please, once you see the yellow card, start rounding up your speech, but then we have a grace of 30 seconds after the 7 minutes. And one thing I would also like to mention is that if you overshoot your time, you will not qualify to play either the best table topics or the best prepared speech. So for the table topics, we have just 1 to 2 minutes. And once it's 1 minute, I'll change my background to the green card. Once it's 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will change it to the yellow card. And once it's 2 minutes, I will change it to the red card. In as much as we are trying not to overshoot our time, we also must ensure that we meet up with the minimum required time. And then for the evaluation segment, we have 2 to 3 minutes. Once it's 2 minutes, I will change my background to the green card. Once it's 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I will change the yellow card. And once it's 3 minutes, I will change to the red card. So I would crave the indulgence of all our role players, of all our speech evaluators, our table topics. Please pin my background so you can see how I am changing the background. And one thing that this will also teach us is we can apply it in our daily lives, actually. You know, when you have to give that elevator speech or you have to give a speech during your interview. So we're not just doing these things for Toastmaster meetings. There are things we can carry on to our daily activities. So once the general evaluator calls me back, I'm going to give us a rundown of how well we did with our time management. And it's back to you, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chidima Eze, for that gutsy delivery of your role. So bear in mind, for the table topic session, you are allowed to speak for 2 minutes. After 1 minute, 30 seconds, you will get your flag, the yellow, and so in that order. So permit me to call on the next role player, and in my fashion as well. Our gutsy determination in the face of adversity is what helps us to forge an unbreakable bond as we remind ourselves that we are stronger together. Alone, we can do so little, but together we can do much more. So on this note, as I welcome the next role player to the virtual floor, give me a second. I'd like to invite the listening evaluator. And the listening evaluator is none other than Toastmaster Clementina. Oh, I beg your pardon. Toastmaster Wedde. Ogene Wedde. So do we have his profile up? Okay, it's loading. So while that is loading, I think, Madam President, I'm going to have to speak to you about something that has totally transformed my life, which is Toastmaster. It's an art I learned. So Toastmaster Ogene, you've got to teach me your name. I respect people's name a lot, and I do not want to make a mess of it. So, Toastmaster Ogene Wedde, so Kumo is our listening evaluator. The president of Garden City Toastmasters Club is an energy professional, and current pathway is a strategic relationship. Everything in life is learned. So please, welcome to the virtual floor, Toastmaster Ogene Wedde, and I sincerely appreciate you for stepping in for the Sergeant at Arms when we saw that she was not here. So please, let's get some emoji reactions going on as we welcome Toastmaster Ogene Wedde to the virtual floor. Toastmaster Wedde, are you there? Fantastic.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, the general evaluator. You didn't give me the pronunciation of my name right, but you tried. I'll give you some. I'll say, at least for the efforts, I would say thanks. Quickly, I would be standing or taking the role of the listening evaluator for today's meeting. If you've been to every Toastmasters meeting, we talk about Toastmasters as being a place where great leaders and great speakers are made. But as with a quote that was credited to an anonymous person, he said, one of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. So most times we focus on speaking, but the truth is that the quality of our speech is only as good as the people that are there to listen. So in line with that, the role of the listening evaluator is here to ensure that we also practice our listening skills. And how would I be doing that? I will be taking notes of particular items or words that have been used, or phrases, quotes, things that will be shared all through the meetings by speakers. And at the end of the meeting, I would come to ask questions or to ask who made what statement and who made what quote, so as to check if all through the meeting we were actually listening. So I want to enjoin everybody to put on not just your speaking cap now, but if there's a listening cap, put it on now, and let's listen attentively. Take note of what is being said, because I'll be back to find out if you actually paid attention. Thank you, and over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. The gutsy Toastmaster Wedde, you were just simply inspirational, stepping in as the Sergeant at Arms, which is what Toastmaster represents, what Toastmaster stands for, that we rise by lifting each other up. Okay? And this draws the conclusion to my session as the general evaluator. But I'd like to leave this. It's a gutsy move to step out of the shadow and into the collective light, where together means stronger and united means invincible. You have that choice today to recognize that we are only stronger together, more invincible together, and with the gutsy fire burning in you, leveraging Toastmasters education pathways, you will change the world. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very kindly, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you to you and your team for embodying the theme of the meeting, Stronger Together. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, you will agree with me that the General Evaluator and her team of role players have been gutsy today. They have shown us that indeed we are stronger when we work together. The General Evaluator did mention that the Toastmasters meeting typically have 3 parts. But I dare to say, it does have 4 parts. And today, we've had the first part, which is the opening, the introductions, you've met the role players, the General Evaluator and her team, you've met me, you've met the president. We'll move on to the next part of the meeting, which ordinarily should be the prepared speech segment, but we're tweaking things. We're going to flip the script a bit today, and we will have the table topic segment. And you know that to participate in table topics, you have to be gutsy. Please join me to welcome the lady who will facilitate the table topic segment of today's meeting. She will stir the segment with gutsy enthusiasm and creativity. Our table topics master is Toastmaster Ineobong Ekereke, a fashion designer. She's big on personal self-development, and she loves all things podcasts. Wow. Her favorite quote is, "If your why is big enough, you will find your how." And this is a quote by who? Les Brown. I hope we're not worried, because this is usually a time where people's videos begin to go off, we begin to suffer from network issues, people begin to, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hope we will not have people who will disappear on earth today. Madam Table Topics Master, I am sure that as a gust of wind casts its invigorating path to help a boat sail, you will, in your gusty manner, navigate us through the waters of the table topics segment, and do it in a manner that will be heartwarming and relaxing for both Toastmasters and guests alike. Toastmaster Ineobong, please go on and navigate the table topics world for us.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Can you see me? So pardon my background. It's my
head.
Please, you have to manage that. I'm sorry about that, actually. You managed my forehead. So good to be here. And I know that we're all doing good. Been enjoying the meeting so far. Don't worry. It's going to be a very interesting session. And I know that everybody will have that guts. We are courageous people. We have the courage to face this. So don't be scared. The questions are very simple. So what is table topics all about? It is impromptu speaking It's about speaking off the cuff. And this is a skill we all need in life. I tell you, you can't run away. So it is something you need to embrace. Like I said, it is, and the good thing about this session is that it's open to both the Toastmasters and also guests. And I have some questions here with me, question 1 to 8, and they are not difficult questions, so don't be scared. I would like one volunteer. If I don't have a volunteer, I will be forced to pick someone. And I would love a Toastmaster to go first so that our guests will have an idea of how it works. And each speaker has 2 minutes to speak. So the floor is open now. Who will go first? Who will go first? Do I have volunteers in the house?
Yes, Toastmaster Weddy raised his hand, please.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Wede. So go for any question. Like I said, I have a question 1 to 8. You can go for any of the questions. Sorry?
So let me go for question 4. What is my lucky number?
Okay, so question 4 says, if you could only take one person with you to a strange country, who would that be? If you could only take one person to a strange country, who would that be?
If I could only take one person to a strange country,
Yeah.
who would that be?
Yes.
Very interesting question. Table topic master. The theme of the meeting of today is stronger together. We've had several people speak, and one thing that is very, very obvious from all of the conversations so far is that for us to be able to make progress in life, we need to have somebody. We need to have partners. We need to work with other people. And I think that this question totally embodies what that represents. Because if I was to visit a distant country or a new country, then it means that if I do not have people there, it's going to be a boring experience, because relationships are not forged in a day. It takes time. Except, of course, if you are a ghosty individual, you can just go somewhere and make very close relationships. But in traveling, most times it's great to share those kind of experience with somebody that you really like. So for me, if I was to go to a strange country, I would go with a friend, because I know that in that country, I would need support. I know that in that country, I would need someone who I'll be able to share great experiences with. Because, like we say from today's meeting, for us to be effective as individuals, we need to be able to have that bond or that community, that sense of community with others. So I would say that if I'm to go to a new country or to a strange country, I would go with a friend. Thank you, and over to you, the table topic master.
Thank you very much for that wonderful idea. Yes, a friend is always a friend. You will always need them, whether in a strange land or not. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so who is going to go next? Who wants to go next? Please help me if, in case somebody's hand is up and I can't see it from here. Can just mention, or do I call names? Do I call names?
Toastmaster James was on your screen at some point. I think he wants to participate.
Okay, Toastmaster James, are you ready for us? Toastmaster James, are you speaking? I can't hear you.
Yes, I'm speaking. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. Okay, so we have number 4 is gone. So we have number 1 minus 4. We have 1 to 8 minus 4. So pick
So I'll
any
go
number of your choice.
I'll go with number 1.
Okay, number 1. Number 1 says, alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. And that's a quote by Helen Keller. What's your take on this quote? Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. It's a quote by Helen Keller. What's your take on this quote?
Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. I completely agree with that quote. I agree because there is just only a little one person can achieve with his own strength, with his own wisdom, with his own ability. Is it not surprising to you? Have you not observed how is it that the way we're created comes in twos? You have 2 eyes. Is it not shocking that with 1 eye, you will not be able to go as much? You have 2 eyes. You have 2 holes in your nostrils. You have 2 hands and you have 2 legs. Pairs. It shows us together we can work achieving so much. So I completely agree with that quote. And that quote agrees with the theme for today's meeting, stronger together. When you have one person that complements you, you're able to achieve so much more. There is also this proverb that says 2 heads, but we've now refined it to say 2 good heads are better than 1. So I completely agree. It is always been a winning principle and a principle to take life into expression to ensure that we achieve what we've been designed to achieve when we work with someone, when we go on the journey with someone. When you go the journey alone, you can only go as far as only you and as far as only your strength can carry you. But when you have someone around you, you can go several miles together. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I totally agree with that quote, that yes, alone you can achieve just a little. Together, we can do so much more. Back to you, Tabletop Toastmaster.
Thank you, James. We cannot underestimate the power of 2, of a truth. That's why we have 2 eyes. Thanks for reminding us. Sometimes we might take it for granted when we know that these 2 eyes are better than 1. And our ears, sometimes we take it for granted. Thanks for reminding us of that fact. Okay, moving on to the next person who is going to build the cards. Don't worry, the questions are quite simple. At least the first 2, you can see that they are not hard questions. Do I have one more volunteer? I think, okay, we still have time.
Yes, you have this, Mr.
Isaac.
Okay, Toastmaster Isaac, thank you for volunteering. Please pick a number.
Okay, good afternoon, the Table Topics Master.
Good afternoon.
I'll pick question number 5.
Okay, question number 5 says, in your opinion, why does a once beautiful and strong relationship of any type fall apart? Why does a once beautiful and strong relationship fall apart? You have the floor.
Thank you very kindly, the Table Topics Master. Why, in my opinion, does a once beautiful relationship fall apart? Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
So in my opinion, we see around us relationships nowadays, and you just need to look in social media and you see a number of celebrity relationships, and not just celebrity relationships, But of course, celebrity relationships are very much in our faces because they are mostly on social media. And we see them falling apart. But then if you look back at this relationship, you see a relationship or relationships that seemed to have started with a lot of love, that seemed to have started with a lot of friendship. And then we get to ask ourselves, what went wrong? In my opinion, what would have gone wrong? Probably there have been some level of selfishness, some level of not putting the other person in your own shoes, what we also call empathy. I believe these could have contributed to such relationships falling apart. A great teacher once said that true love is seeing yourself in the other. If in relationships, people continue to see each other in the other person, I believe that relationships will not fall apart as much as they do today. And it's back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you very much. That is powerful. Love is a powerful ingredient in any relationship. If you take away love from a relationship, then there's no relationship. You cannot be selfish in any kind of relationship. Thank you for sharing that with us. Madam Timer, do we still have time?
No, please, we are behind schedule. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And it's okay. So let me just quickly say this: we are going to be voting for the better speaker. So you will have to vote for a better speaker at the end of it. Thank you. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you most graciously, Godsy Table Topics Master. We did have topics that required our respondents to show their gutsy side. And I dare say that all the speakers indeed show that they are gutsy. We will vote, but before then, I want to get the time from Madam Timer. How did our speakers do? Do they all qualify for voting?
Yes, please. The three speakers all spoke within the time allocated for the table topic segment, so they're all qualified to vote. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Madam Timer. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Wede. Second speaker was Toastmaster James. And third speaker was Toastmaster Isaac. Is it possible for us to have the names of the speakers on the poll so we don't just vote for TT1, TT2? We might forget their names. Zoom Master, is it possible to have the names? Otherwise, we can go ahead. Well, our first speaker was Toastmaster Wede. The second speaker, Toastmaster James. And the third speaker was Toastmaster Isaac. Are we refining the poll? Or do
Give
we
me a moment. Let me make the correction shortly. Okay?
Awesome. All right. Thank you. Whilst that is happening, let us revisit the theme of the meeting, Stronger Together. And I've heard a lot, general evaluator, table topic respondents, the role players have used quotes to further reinforce this theme. And there's this one that does strike me. It's a quote by Henry Ford, who said that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, working together is success. And for those who don't know, Henry Ford is the founder of the Ford Motor Company. He's someone who revolutionized, business in terms of automobile. And if we do agree that working together is success, then we should be gearing to continue to work together, because indeed we are stronger when we work together. And if you don't know what I mean, just look at Toastmasters. Look at Toastmasters. Remember what our Vice President of Education said when she was in a moment of quagmire. What happened? She called the president, she called Madam IPP, and she got the support that she needed. If she had wanted, she had gone about it alone on her own, she definitely would have struggled. But the support that she got from these people made sure that we're enjoying a beautiful meeting this afternoon. Toastmaster, like I said, the first speaker, Toastmaster Wede, second speaker, Toastmaster James, third speaker, Toastmaster Isaac. And these were gutsy speakers. And it's interesting, you know, that usually when you come to a Toastmasters meeting and we hear the word of the day, sometimes it's a given that the Toastmaster of the day wins that award of the most used. But you can see today what's happened. I know we say stronger together, but some people here are giving me a run for my money, and I wonder what's going on. Do I battle there, or should I just say, yeah, stronger together? All right, so the poll is up. Please go ahead and vote for your preferred speaker. Who did it for you this afternoon? Who was the gustiest speaker of the day? We had beautiful topics, and I believe we had the responses to these topics were insightful. To me, at least, they were insightful because these speakers spoke from their hearts. They showed up and they owned it. Let us go. We have 30 more seconds and we'll move on to the evaluation of the table topic segment. And the person who will give us feedback on our table topic segment is, how do I even begin to introduce this she's a very beautiful woman. I'm sure when she comes on your screen and you see her, you say, it's true, she did say, indeed, she is. She is a strong woman. She's known as the Queen of Smiles. If you doubt me, when she comes on your screen, you will confirm it. She joined Toastmasters 2 years ago, and she has risen in the ranks. She is a customer relationship officer. Her primary focus for this year, 2023, and I'm sure beyond 2023 is what? To live a soft life. She is also focused on career development and community service, and I can attest to that because she is always volunteering, seeking ways to make life easier for people in the community. Our table topics evaluator today is the gutsy and delectable president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, the Queen of Smiles herself, Toastmaster Liz Iwoha. Madam Table Topics Evaluator, please go ahead and give us feedback on our gutsy table topics master and her compatriot who gave gutsy responses to the table topics question. Please go ahead and take control of the virtual lectern.
Thank you very kindly, Madam TMOD. Please confirm I'm being heard. Okay, thank you very kindly. Good afternoon once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It was John Wooden who said, without evaluation, failure is inevitable. And like we say in Toastmasters, feedback is the breakfast of champion. They ask the guster evaluator for this table topic session. I'd like to congratulate all who have taken part in this table topic session, beginning with our table topics master, Toastmaster Iniobong. Thank you for such a gusto time out during the table topic session, putting it together with the team of this meeting. You started by defining what table topics is all about and informing us what it takes to give a table topics speech. I also liked the fact that you were able to call out, you asked for a Toastmaster to be the first to speak so that those who are guests can learn from them and know what it's all about. That was a good one. And you equally emphasized on the theme of the meeting and the word of the day. I'll move now to our first speaker, Toastmaster Wedi. It's always a good one to see a Toastmaster volunteer. That was a gusty action. You asked the question, you repeated the question, which is, if you could take one person to a strange country, well, who would that be? I like the fact that you used the word of the day and you channeled the question to the theme of the meeting, which is stronger together. You stated a fact of what a friend would do for you if you go with your friend. You said you were going to go with a friend and you needed a support system, which is part of the team. It was a very good speech. Thank you for making us understand the importance of support. What I would just want you to do when giving such speeches, you reduce the background noise, although at some point you had to do that, but you could always observe your background before answering a speech or answering to go for a speech. That's all I can say. Apart from that, you gave us the speech and using the word of the day. Our next speaker, Toastmaster James. Your question was, alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do much. Your thoughts on that? Toastmaster James, I like the fact that you equally repeated the word of the day quotes to affirm if that was what you were saying. And I liked that you attributed the speech or the question to our body parts, stating how we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 open on our nose, the importance of that and what it does to us. You equally put the speech to the theme of this meeting and why 2 good heads are better together. It was a gusto speech. What would I like you to do better, Toastmaster James? Your action towards when you talked about, I couldn't see your body language. Your camera was in a position where I could not see your hand. I could not see that place where you were talking about the eyes, and you could equally show us all of those as a professional speaker to emphasize what you're saying. But the body language wasn't really much. So you could do better while using that. Aside from that, you gave us a good delivery and a better speech. Our third speaker, Toastmaster Isaac. Your question was, in your opinion, why does a once beautiful and strong relationship fall apart? Toastmaster Isaac, you repeated the question, which was a good one. You told us what relationship is and how relationship has become a social media affair these days, which is something that happens. And you were able to explain to us, which I like, that the things that affect relationship could be selfishness and lack of empathy. This is a good one. Now you still went ahead to tell us what could make a relationship better, which is seeing the other person in you or seeing yourself in the other person. You gave us a call to action. You finished your speech with a call to action. It was a very good one to do. What would I want you to do while giving your speech? Try to use the word of the day and try as much as possible to use the body language. Because most times when people cannot really hear what you're saying through your body language, they can understand better what you're saying. But aside from this, you delivered a very good speech. Once again, I want to congratulate all the speakers and the Table Topics Master for doing this and for emphasizing what the theme of the meeting is. And would like to encourage every other person here at such session during the Table Topics, try to volunteer to give these speeches as it helps you improve in your impromptu speaking time. Thank you, and it's back to you, the TMOD.
Thank you very kindly, gutsy and delectable Table Topics Evaluator. I did learn. I wasn't a Table Topic responder, but I learned something from your evaluation. Thank you very kindly for that detailed and insightful and also informative evaluation. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, that brings us to the end of our first segment for today's meeting. You see, after our gutsy adventure with the table topic segment, let us now continue on our journey. We are at the second point of the meeting, and it's time for prepared speeches. You see, this time, our speakers will showcase their skills with the same gutsy spirit that has been with us through the start of the meeting. For the interest of our guests, the prepared speech segment is where Toastmasters have taken time, chosen a path, chosen a project, and have written the speeches, they prepared it, got through it with their mentors, and are ready to dazzle us with their speech. We have two fantastic speakers today who I believe are ready to invigorate our minds and our hearts with their presentations. I've looked at their topics, and these topics are topics that I believe will make you wake up if you've been in a slumber. Our first speaker for today is the immediate past president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, a gutsy woman who is not shy of putting her best foot forward. She has been introduced today already, so I would not bore us with her introduction. But you know me, I like to flip the script. I like to just turn things around. So our first speaker will now become our second speaker, and our second speaker will become our first speaker. So Madam IPP, relax. I know you're ready and eager to go, but just relax. Who knows, maybe you were saving some fine Sunday stew to come later when our bellies are ready for it. So the first person we'll be hearing speak to us today is a lady who has, so she's not been introduced fully. She's been partially introduced. So permit me to introduce her properly to all of us. But before I do, I want to invite her evaluator to give us the objective of her speech. And the evaluator is the delectable and gutsy Madam President, the Queen of Smiles. Toastmaster Liz, please give us the objective of the speech of Toastmaster Clementina.
Thank you very kindly, Madam TMOD. Swiftly, Toastmaster Clementina, who would be speaking from the presentation mastery, level 1, project 2. The objective of her speech is for the speaker to give a speech, to write a speech with a purpose. Toastmaster Clementina will be delivering the speech, and I have spoken to her. She wants me to look out for if her speech is on purpose, and if she is going to deliver it well with the body language and all of that. So this is what I'll be looking out for. But I know and I believe that Toastmaster Clementina is going to give us a gusto speech. Thank you, and back to you, Madam TMOD.
Thank you very kindly, Madam President. Now, our gutsy speaker, Toastmaster Clementina Otabo, will be speaking from the presentation mastery, and she has titled her speech, Rest Your Superpower. For those who do not know Toastmaster Clementina, from the fact that she is the Vice President Education of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, she is a seasoned sales and marketing expert with a renowned FMCG company. She thoroughly enjoys what she does, and she is a strong believer in teamwork. Not just teamwork, she's a firm believer in ensuring that everyone is carried along. She embodied that today when she told us her journey with Madam President and IPP, didn't she? Her favorite drink is Maltina. I hope you participated in the Maltina dance hall, right? And she's happy to share a drink with friends at her spare time. Please join me to welcome to the virtual lifetime a gutsy speaker who will let us know how rest is a superpower. Toastmaster Clementina Otavo, please go ahead and take control of the virtual lifetime.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters, distinguished guests and friends. I am excited to be talking to you on the subject, rest, your superpower. Have you ever considered that your most productive time actually occurs when you are not working at all? What if I told you that your secret weapon to success isn't the more hours you spend at the office, but the more hours you spend at rest? We live in a world that is fast-paced, that glorifies hustle, and being busy is being worn as a badge on our shirt breast. Like being busy is being worn as a badge on our shirt breast. Let me tell you a little story about myself, just to add to the little introduction that had been done by the Toastmaster of the day. Let me tell you a little story about myself, right? That's been just let me tell you a little story about myself. So, as I work really like as a marketing professional, a sales and marketing expert, yes, and I recently adopted a new baby, which is one of my favorite drinks, the Maltina brand. And I currently also I'm a budding entrepreneur, and I run a photo booth company, one of the leading photo booth company in Nigeria, at Kodak, named Kodak Moments. And at Kodak Moments, what do? We create memorable, just like the name sounds, we create memorable moments for guests at weddings, birthday parties, and events. In fact, we were present at the conference, the Nigerian Toastmasters conference that held sometime in May. And we were delighted to have been able to create beautiful memories with everyone that came on board. In addition to that, I'm also a newlywed who is trying to also be a supportive partner to my spouse and make sure that we have a very good home. And I currently serve as the Vice President Education for LEARNTOR Toastmasters. Hardworking, you would say, right? You can already tell. That's very gusty. So, considering that I have all these activities, tied to my daily activity, it already gives that overwhelming feeling sometimes where you feel so tired and you feel like you're exhausted, and you feel like, do I have the energy to move on? The reason why I decided to speak on the subject of rest is because the society on its own has found a way of, glorifying, taking on a lot of tasks, and we then deprioritize our own health. I'll try to play back to another story that happened somewhere at my place of work. I had a colleague that I admired so much. He's a friend. And I admired him for his hard work and dedication that he puts so much in everything that he does. This individual would spends so much man-hour working. He arrives at work as early as possible. Our official resumption time is 7:30. And he would work till even very late, sometimes till 10 p.m. And sometimes people will come to him and say, gentleman, what's happening? Are you owing your landlord? Or did your landlord send you away from the house? What is really, really going on? You know, in the bid of trying to deliver excellence and also trying to be a superstar, your rest is something that you shouldn't take for granted. Rest is something that you should prioritize and create time for in your schedule. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because one day we came to the office, and it was precisely 2 years ago. We arrived at the office in the morning, and there was a call that everyone should come. There was going to be like a quick stand-up call. And the conversation was really to inform us about the passing of our dear colleague. This was really a sad story and a very touching story, because this individual had given so much to the job. And guess what? In less than, even before the day came to an end, someone else had already started responding to his mails, and someone else had already started taking up the responsibilities that were allotted to him. So it means that as individuals, we need to try to prioritize our rest. We need to try to ensure that we prioritize our rest and our work. Taking us back to a story, my own personal story, I realized that I was doing a lot and doing so much, and it became so difficult for me to actually, focus, because I had so much tasks overburdening me. And I then realized that I stopped enjoying the things I enjoyed to do. I began to lose interest in them. I no longer enjoy doing them. I had to take a very hard stop. And what did I do? I took a break from work generally. No laptops, no phones, no calls. And I sat back to really enjoy the company of my own self. This actually gave me time to reflect and it gave me time to reflect and be able to, bounce back stronger when I came back to work. I mean, as soon as I resumed after my rest, my productivity level increased, my creativity increased, and even my relationship with others increased a great deal. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have your hands like this. Your hands like this, and someone comes and tries to shake you or hold you this way. You won't really feel any pain. But imagine that you have bruises or sores on your palm, and someone comes to shake you. You would scream. You would feel pain. That's how we are as individuals when we are under stress from external factors, be it work, be it social engagements, be it phone calls or any other thing. We become easily irritable. But taking rest would help you rejuvenate and become your better self. Toastmasters and guests, I would employ us as we go this week, even starting from today. Let us try to create time for rest. Starting from this evening, try to shut down your laptops, your phones, and other distracting factors at least an hour earlier. And I also suggest that you schedule rest time. Have it on your calendar, because it will make your life easier and it will make you a better leader and a better person. Thank you very much, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very kindly, our delectable Toastmaster Clementina. Please let us appreciate her for that speech. Yes, your superpower. I completely agree with you, Toastmaster Clementina. Toastmasters and guests, please use the chat box to drop your love note for Toastmaster Clementina. Let her know what she's done well. We'll give 30 seconds for that. Let her know that's where you feel that she can improve. Please drop your love notes. Please drop your love notes for her. Drop your love notes. Toastmasters will be big on feedback. And please let us share our feedback with Toastmaster Clementina. Toastmaster Clementina, let me know when you've received 5 love notes from members. There are over 20 people here. Let me know when you've received 5 feedback. We will not move on. At least 5 people send love notes to Toastmaster Clementina. Please keep count. Once you get to 5, you let me know and we'll move on. And just to reiterate Toastmaster Clementina's speech about rest being your superpower, there's this quote from Ralph Marston, who is the author. He's the author of the popular newsletter and website, The Daily Motivator. He said that you should rest when you're weary. Refresh and renew yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, and then get back to work. So you see, even the motivators, the inspire to perspire and aspire and all that, encourage us to rest. And the truth is, you need to find time for yourself. That's me time. And I think I'm going to be shutting down my device an hour early. I used to do that by 9 p.m. Now I'm going to do it by 8 p.m. And that extra hour is going to be me time. Toastmaster Clementina, do you have off? Oh, yes, you do. Awesome. Thank you. Please don't stop. Just keep the love notes going, because we need, everyone has a feedback to share with Toastmaster Clementina, not just the speech evaluator. And when you put it out there on the group, every other person also learns from it, right? So let's move on to our second speaker for today. And our second speaker had been introduced before now, so I would not repeat her introduction. But she is the Gutsy Toastmaster Mercy Georgie Murphy. Today she'll be evaluated by another gutsy and phenomenal woman who is the immediate past president, immediate past division director. So she's an immediate past president, immediate past area director, immediate past welfare officer, maybe not immediate past welfare officer, past president. She's past, and then she's immediate past division director for Division E. And if you do not know, I have an expo to give to you people on this call. She is the latest author in town. She's built on her journey as the division director of Division EE, where, by the way, she emerged as the best division director in District 94. District 94, if you don't know, District 94 has over 20 divisions, which means out of over 20 division directors, she was #1. Division E racked the most of the District 94 award in the last mandate. And why I say she's the latest author is because she recently completed her book, Leading for Impact, which will be launched this year on the 25th of November, if I am not mistaken. Please join me to welcome to the virtual lectern a certified business consultant and facilitator with coaching specialization in the area of sales and marketing, emotional intelligence, and leadership. She is a communications and leadership professional with over 13 years experience. So you know it's not a today something. She will give us the objective of Toastmaster Mercy's speech. Please join to welcome to the virtual lectern, Distinguished Toastmasters, please go ahead and give us the objective of Toastmasters.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Chidi Chukwudimadu. I am super delighted to be here this evening. I can see our division director, distinguished Toastmaster Kubi. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Learntor. It is my pleasure to be evaluating our next speaker. She'll be speaking from Pathways Presentation Mastery Level 1, Project 1. Now, the objectives of our speech is to learn or review the basic research methods and present a well-organized and researched speech on any topic. Now, this member is expected to present a well-organized and well-delivered speech, which could be humorous, informative, or educational. I will be back at the evaluation segment to give my report. Timer, she has 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very kindly, distinguished Toastmaster Stella George. And now we'll hear from Toastmaster Mercy Georgie Buffy, who was titled her speech, Winning as Toastmasters, Why Not You? I must tell you that Toastmaster Mercy embodies the very essence of this team. And I'm sure she's here to inspire us today. Toastmaster Mercy, please go ahead. You have control of the virtual lectern.
Kindly confirm I can be heard, please.
Absolutely.
Confirm you can hear me.
We can hear you, Toastmaster Mercy.
Yeah?
Yes, please.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for stepping in and taking on the baton, DTM Stella. And that's what winning together it's all about. I need to take you on a journey. Imagine a world where the most profound lessons in life emerge from success, but from the moment of struggles, especially on the edge of defeat or failure, or when you're about to throw in the towel. Picture standing at a crossroad. You're about to take a cross, where giving up seems as the only pathway before even embarking on a transformative journey. This is a reality for many, not excluding myself. In facing the pursuit of our personal development and professional growth, question is, how can I win as a Toastmaster? And why not you? Distinguished Toastmasters here present, fellow Toastmasters and guests that are here on the call today, I stand as an embodiment representing a true testament to the transformative power of Toastmasters. And by the way, my name has been rightly introduced. My name is Mercy George Ibafe. On a journey with the organization, with Toastmasters, and is woven with the thread of dedication, tenacity, selflessness, sacrifice in a moment where you have decided, and yet I must say, with unbroken spirit. As the president of LEARNTOR Toastmaster, which I just handed over to Toastmaster Leeds, I was able to steer the ship. And I must say, it was a very tumultuous ship. As I paddled through the wave, the torrent of the sea, trying to use the anchor to pull collectively the club, and leading to 10 over 10, making us club president distinguished. The honor made us to emerge stronger with such gusto. But let me take you back on a journey. When the water was very, very calm and not so tumultuous. There were many nights that I cried. I wept, wrestling with self-doubt, feeling like a failure, in a silent gaze, with the silent gaze of onlookers just watching passively, like with intention, like, let me see how far she will go. Will she succeed? Will she fail? But I persisted. Well, I confronted the challenges that came with the presidency. It was unprecedented. Ways of pushing, nearly on the precipice of resigning from Toastmaster from the entire experience. Whereas it's been the best gift I have given myself. The gust of wind of challenges blew fiercely at me. Disrespect stung me sharply, especially given my experience and my age of nearly being 50 years old and working with young people. And that really hurts deep. And my request for help intermittently and waiting for people to assist, and they watch with the intention to offer you counsel, not showing you what to do, but they're very quick to offer you advice. I just felt I was going to fail. But no, mercy. I was tenacious. I said no, I wasn't going to give up. Facing those trials, because I know with the trials, they come testimony, the resolve to refine myself. Trying to struggle with the leadership, I discovered my inner strength. I extended myself beyond my comfort zone. I even pushed the envelope and served in the capacity of the chairperson for media publicity, communication for the Toastmasters Nigerian conference that just ended. It took its toll, mentally, physically, emotionally. Can you imagine carrying the load of the president and almost drowning? Another one as the president of the club and the chairperson for media and publicity. And you are still serving in the capacity of a mentor. Well, I forged ahead with deeper appreciation of understanding that truly Toastmaster is where leaders are made. I rode through the shores, the stormy waters, breaking all boundaries, breaking all the limitations, and forging ahead, and recognizing that together we can only win together. I recognize as we speak on the theme today, we're stronger together. Alone you can go so far, but together you can go way farther. This journey is the journey of leadership is one of solitary confinement, loneliness. But I would say, I did not get here alone. I rode on the wings of eagles, like DTM Stella George, that I just called a few minutes ago to step in to be my evaluator. And she took it with such stride. She was on my case. Mercy, I know you're doing so much. Keep your eye on the dashboard. Without DTM Stella reminding me of the importance of where we are scored, the dashboard for Toastmaster, we wouldn't have emerged President Distinguished Club. We would not have scored 10 over 10. But today, I would say, despite the hurdles, despite the challenges, I stand as the club coach for Total JV. I stand as editor-in-chief for District 94 magazine. I stand equally still extending my service for the Toastmaster Conference as lead digital marketer. The question is, what is holding you back? Are you on the verge of giving up? Do you think it's too much? To be a true leader, you've got to serve, and it doesn't come without sacrifice. The Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you most graciously, the gutsy Toastmaster Mercy Georgie Wafe. I did say she was going to inspire us this afternoon, and she did not miss the mark. Please appreciate Toastmaster Mercy and drop your love notes for her Let her know what she's done well. Let her know areas you think she can improve. Please go ahead and drop your love notes. Drop your love notes. Drop your love notes. We had 2 speakers today. Madam Timer, while the love notes are flowing, can you give us feedback on how our speakers did with time?
Thank you so kindly, the Toastmaster of today. Our speakers overshot their time. CM Clementina, she spoke for 9 minutes, 37 seconds. So she does not qualify for the best prepared speech taker. And then TM Mercy also overshot her time, 7 minutes, 40 seconds. So she also does not qualify. So thank you.
Oh, wow. Our speakers indeed had a lot to say. They had a lot to say. And I believe that they left a mark with on everyone who listens to them. I'm not your evaluators. I would allow the evaluators to give us feedback on how they have done. All right, we'll move on to the evaluation part of today's meeting. We've listened to 2 gutsy speeches by 2 gutsy speakers, and they have left us inspired. I know they've left me inspired and motivated. They have showcased the power of effective communication. Why? Because they have put in the work that they needed to put in to be able to deliver the speeches with the level of finesse and expertise that they did. But we know that our part in Toastmasters is one of improvement, and it's not just about speaking. It's not just about the speeches. It continues to how we can improve and how we can be better. And today, this evening, I want to re-invite to the virtual like 10, the general evaluator and her gutsy team of evaluators to give us feedback on how we have fared for today's meeting. We'll get feedback on the speeches and we'll get feedback on the general organization and facilitation of this evening's meeting. Madam General Evaluator, you have control of the virtual like 10. And please, before the general evaluator comes on, I want to beg the indulgence of our guests and our members. It does appear that we will overshoot our time slightly. It's 10 minutes to 5. The meeting ordinarily should end at 5. It means that we'll overshoot a bit. We have our division director here, and we want our division director to give us, just, when a father has those heart-to-heart conversations with his children, then he's always dropping nuggets. I believe our division director is here to also share his nuggets with us. So I beg our indulgence, and I want to get some affirmative response on if I have your permission for us to overshoot our meeting by another 15 minutes. If you are in agreement, let's go to Parliament. If an agreement, can you please indicate using the virtual reaction? Give me a thumbs up or say aye.
I'm in agreement, but I'd like to propose that the division director goes first if he speaks before evaluation.
No. As our division director will close up the meeting for us. We'll get our evaluations, and then the division director will then give us his own remarks. We don't want to jump the gun and then get the division director in when the meeting is still on. So we'll take the general evaluation, and then our division director will address us. So Madam General Evaluator, please go ahead. And thank you to our members and guests for allowing us overshoot by another 15 minutes. Thank you. Madam G, over to you. Madam General Evaluator?
Sorry, yes, my role players. You said I should go ahead with the evaluation process, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, not a problem. So thank you so much for being, like Toastmaster Shayo has said, you're a fierce contender on the word of the day. What is going on, DTM? DTM Chidi. I was thinking we call on our division director, but he said we should go ahead with the evaluation. First, let me call on our evaluators first and foremost to give the speech evaluation. Can I have Toastmaster Elizabeth Iwoha to evaluate Toastmaster Clementina Otako?
Yes, please. Thank you, Madam GE. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you so kindly. Toastmaster Clementina, congratulations. I would want to begin with a quote by Lesser, who says, "Rest isn't a reward for work. Rather, it is a part of work." Toastmaster Clementina, I would want to say that you met the objective of your speech, which is for you to write a speech with a purpose. Coincidentally, you spoke about rest being our power source. If I would say, this is a week where we are looking at, it's actually Stress Management Week. November 2nd to 6th is Stress Management Week. So your speech is coming at a time when we are talking about how to manage stress. And you've told us today at this meeting that rest is that thing that would give us a power to do things that we need to do. So your speech is in line and on purpose. You told us the importance of resting, how it rejuvenates us, and how it makes us productive, how it also improves relationship. You excelled well at that. You did well also by giving us a story about your colleague who was not resting, and at the end of the day, even while he just slumped, somebody was already replying his mail. Sometimes we take these things for granted, but the truth is it's just 1 minute that will be given to us, and you emphasized on that. You gave us a call to action by encouraging us to turn off our phones early and putting off our personal gadgets so that we'll be more productive when we rest. That is a good one. You also used the word of the day, which is encouraging. Now, what areas would I want you to work on as your evaluator? I was looking out for, as someone who said rest is a powerful tool, I was looking out for those techniques that would help us to rest well, for you to mention them, but I did not get those from you. You could have mentioned it. I was also looking at you. You had so much body movement. You could reduce your body movement while giving your speech, not to make your audience feel like you are not so comfortable with giving the speech. So you could reduce that. You could reduce the storytelling, pick out some points and hit them. That way, you'll be able to meet up with time. If you look at it, you superseded, you passed the time allotted to you because you had so much to tell us, but you didn't meet up with that time. And as a speaker, you always need to meet up with your time. Personally, I'll give other evaluation because of time. I'll give you other evaluations outside this. But personally, you gave a wonderful speech, which is important for every adult to rest, to take that time to rest. I want to encourage you personally to do the speech again. I am willing to come evaluate you again if you're going to do this. I want to see you give the speech and hit that nugget. I know you can do it. You gave a powerful speech, and congratulations. Thank you for sharing your story with us. But I want to see you do the speech again. Thank you and congratulations. Back to you, Madam G. Madam GE.
Thank you so much. And I'd like to call on, thank you for the God-so delivery of your feedback. Much appreciated. I'd like to call on DTM Stella George as she evaluates my personal speech. Thank you, DTM Stella. The floor is yours. Yes, thank you very kindly. The general evaluator for today's meeting. It is my pleasure to render my evaluation report. Toastmaster Mercy, let me start by saying well done. That was quite an inspirational speech. I loved the topic. Immediately I saw the topic, winning as a Toastmaster. Why not you? It resonated with me as a Toastmaster, and I know that way it connected with the audience. I also love that you shared your experience as a leader, showing us that it's not all rosy. For you to win, sometimes you meet obstacles along the way. So you were vulnerable and you shared your experiences. Well done. One thing I love about your speech is your vocal variety and your body language. I think that is one of your strengths. You know how to use your body and your voice to engage your audience. One thing I would have loved to see, Toastmaster Mercy, your speech objective was for you to research on any topic. Yes, the topic you chose is okay, but I would have, as an experienced Toastmaster, I would have loved to see you infuse a bit of statistics. What have you researched? What have you found out? You spoke to us about the DCP goals. Some of us here, we don't even know what DCP is. So if you had used that time, the opportunity to educate us and tell us your findings about DCPs, how many clubs achieved this 10 over 10 last time. I'm just saying it's part of your speech objective. Another thing I felt that you could have also avoided was when you started introducing yourself in the middle of the speech. You have been introduced before. You are supposed to just go with it. Even when you were talking about me taking up the role, you are not supposed to do that. That was not in your place at that time. If you want to have a very strong opening, you go, once you are introduced, you go straight to your speech. You can talk about other things later. Right. I love that you shared everything that you have been able to accomplish in Toastmaster. You are now a coach of a club. You're an editor. You are a president. You have done so well in Toastmasters, and you also had a call to action. You encouraged us that if you are able to do this, we can also do that. Toastmaster Mercy, I like to say well done, but please also try to incorporate some of this, my recommendations. Try to give your speech a bit of better structure so that we will know how to follow you from opening, body, and conclusion. But in all, great job. Well done. Thank you so much. That is powerful. I'm delivering the same speech at the Kenya Toastmasters Club. So I invite you, it's a physical meeting. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, DTM Stella George. So now let me call on all my fellow leaders to give their report. I'll start with the R counter. The R counter. The timer has already given a report, so I'm just going to go straight to the R counter. The R counter, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the opportunity to give my gutsy report. Yeah, I love to play this role because it gives a gutsy time. I don't know if that's the right usage, but yeah, I love to play the role of the R counter because you have the right to listen, helps your listening skills. So yeah, well, down to the report. I was able to note tabletop pitmaster use the filler word like 3 times. Toastmaster Isaac once. TM Liz once. DTM Stella once. DTM Mercy once. And Toastmaster Clem 3 times. And special shout out to DTM Chidi. I mean, I was looking for the filler words, but none came true. So special shout out to DTM Chidi for that. So let's emulate the gutsy approach and style of DTM Harriet. When you want to speak, you don't want to say, take a deep pause, gather your thoughts together, and continue your conversation. Over to you, the gutsy General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shayo Baba, for that gutsy delivery. Very sweet, concise, and straight to the point. I'd like to call on the next Gutsy Toastmaster. I'm trying to beat Toastmaster Chidi. I know she's cleared everybody out, but let me try my best as well. The grammarian for the day, for the brilliant use of the word. The grammarian, Toastmaster Imabong. What is the verdict?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Wow, everyone. You kept me on my fingers, checking the chat, listening to everyone use the word of the day, gutsy effort from everyone. Just to repeat again, gutsy is a word that you can use throughout the week. It is a mark of courage and determination. It is a spirit, a sense of passion. Now, drum roll for the people who challenged me today. I will start from the top three. Looking at the chat, TM James, well done for bringing the chat up. And then TM Shayo literally went up with the words, repeating it as many times. I'm not sure if that's cheating, but we will take it. So the winner from the third is TM Mercy. Well done, you used it 14 times. And then we've got TM Shayo. You tried, you were so close. You used the word 28 times. And obviously, the winner for the word of the day, gutsy, is DTM Chidi, who used it 30 times. So you just 2 minutes, 2 marks off. Congratulations for participating in the usage of the word of the day. I encourage you to use this word as often as you can. Be gutsy. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chidi. How can I compete with you? When even Toastmaster Shayo is already 28 and I'm just like 14. Seriously, I thought I tried. Don't worry, I'm going to beat you next meeting. I'll do my best. You can't. Calling on the next evaluator, on the next role player to give their stellar evaluation would be the listening evaluator.
Thank you very much, the General Evaluator. So now I'm back to test our listening skills. So I'll be reading out questions and I expect to get response. If you know the answer to the question, just come off mute and answer. So firstly, in introducing his role, the listening evaluator shared a quote. Can anyone repeat the quote? I take it no. So the quote I shared was, one of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. And I also said it was an anonymous quote. Tick-tock, says the clock. What you have to do quick. Someone in the meeting today made reference to that.
Toastmaster
Chidima. The timer.
Then during the table topic session, someone talked about reasons why relationships fall apart. Can you just give us the 2 reasons he mentioned?
Selfishness
Disrespect
and non-empathy.
Selfishness and empathy. Thank you very much. Coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. The TOMOD said this quote and she referenced the original author. Who was the original author?
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford. Thank you very, very much. I see that we're listening. Then someone in the meeting today said, true love is seeing yourself in others. Who said that? Toastmaster Isaac during the table topic session. Yeah. Then one of the speakers today said something increased. She had several things that she listed 3 things that increased after she took time to rest. What are those things?
Her productivity level, her relationship with others, and
creativity.
creativity.
Yeah, thank you very much, President. Clearly, you are listening. Then someone also said that she runs a leading photo company. Who was that, and what's the name of the company? What's the name of the
Toastmaster
company?
Club.
Kodak Memories.
Kodak what?
Kodak Memories.
Memories.
Kodak Memories. Oh, okay. I actually wrote down Kodak
Kodak
Moments.
Moments, Nigeria.
Oh, Moments.
Okay. So I was right. I was right.
Yeah.
So we see we need to do better next time. I think that we have other questions, but we are already short of time. I'll just take one. The TMOD made reference to an online newsletter that she reads, and she also mentioned the name of the author. Anyone can just bail us out. Tell us the name of the online newsletter and the author. The name of the newsletter is Daily Motivator. The author is Ralph C. Martin. I hope I got that right. Thank you. And in line with the meeting, so with the team of the meeting, we just have one closing quote. Someone said, when you're with someone, you can achieve so much. Who was that? Who made that statement? Toastmaster James. Thank you very much. This is an indication that we need to keep listening. Thank you, and over to you, the general evaluation.
You really do play your role with so much gutsy, because that was a lot of documentation. On that note, I give my final evaluation. Can I hear everybody say the word gutsy? Everyone. Because I know this meeting was gutsy. Gutsy. Yeah. It was a gutsy meeting. And I want to say thank you to everybody for today. We apologize that the meeting is just slightly over time. We started at the nick of time. Some of the things that we had challenges with, I will be giving Toastmaster Chidinma my feedback as Zoom master. So when we need to share the profile, that takes in time. Please just be ready, hands on the profile and share immediately. As they're calling, just sharing. I know that delayed a bit, but overall, I know it was a fiery meeting. It was a lot of learning moment. And congratulations to Toastmaster Clem for delivering a gutsy speech for today. One feedback that I would like, because Toastmaster is the place where we learn, unlearn, and continue to relearn. And this is a challenge to Madam President. I would like to say that maybe we have a moment for members to learn how to write their profile. The gift that I got as a Toastmaster in joining the meetings that I attended was how members were introduced. It was a gift that I think that I will forever relish. Reading some of our profile, I think we can do better. We have a lot of skills and we're not necessarily representing them in our bio. So Madam President, if it's something that we can organize as the club, I would be happy to take us. I've changed my profile bio repetitive. I've done it so many times. I keep seeing something I like. I attend a club meeting. I change the words so that by the time you read my profile, it speaks to who I am, because that's what keeps you in the door. Your CV opens the door, but you see that your bio, it's the most powerful aspect of your CV. And that's what really opens the door for you and gets you seated and start to have a conversation. So if you do not know how to sell yourself with your bio, it's a missed opportunity. And another thing that I would like to say is, please don't come to meetings alone. This is a great learning organization. You see the flyer, put it on your WhatsApp status. You just don't know. I just saw somebody send me a message now. I see on your profile that you're a keynote speaker, and they sent me a DM. Opportunities are waiting for us. Make the best of what Toastmaster has to give. We started the meeting on time. It was a very gutsy meeting. The timer, I know you were juggling as a Zoom master and the timing, so it was a hard thing to balance, even when the table topic session was on. But overall, I know and I believe it was a gutsy meeting. Toastmaster, I beg your pardon, my is going up the roof. But overall, thank you, everyone. And I yield the floor over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster DTM Chidi.
Thank you most graciously, Gutsy General Evaluator. Special thanks to you and your team for that insightful and detailed feedback on our meeting and our performance today. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's time for us to hear from our big daddy. Don't worry, it's not the big daddy of the Nollywood movies, the big daddy of Toastmasters Nigeria Division F. Please join me to welcome to the virtual lectern, Toastmaster Kubi Uyanga DTF. He is a corporate brand and leadership communications consultant who joined Toastmasters in the year 2013. He started out his Toastmasters journey in Aso Rockstars Toastmasters Club, Division E, Abuja. He eventually founded the Uyo Premier Speakers in the year 2014 before eventually joining Merit Toastmasters in the year 2015. This is a man who embodies the power of three. He is a past president. He is a past co-chair of the Education and Training Committee, and he currently serves as the division director of Division F. For those of you who do not know, the division director enjoys running, he enjoys conversing with children, and he enjoys pondering on the human condition. Please join me to welcome to the virtual lectern, the big daddy in the house, to leave us with his 1-2 coins of wisdom. Distinguished Toastmaster Kubi Uyanga. Please do have control of the virtual lectern.
Thank you very much for that very warm introduction, our Toastmaster of the day. Our past directors, the immediate past presidents here on the call, other leaders, our GOTC members, and our very esteemed guests. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Didi, sir.
Thank you very much. Lending inspiration and authority from T.M. Shire's favorite quotes. If the largest room in the world is the room for improvement, then that room is located in the house of learning and mentoring. And that said, I believe you can guess why I am excited to be here in this virtual room of improvements in this house of learning and mentoring known as LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. For the benefits of our guests and maybe the members who might not be so clear on the character of this club, I say it in a few words. LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club is a club whose excellence belies its edge. Chartered just 2 years and about 4 months ago on the 9th of July 2021, LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club has gone ahead to achieve many things that are very commendable. In these short 2 years and just 4 months, members who joined as new Toastmasters have quickly learned and become mentors in their own rights. Members like the charter president of the club, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Bojoko, the immediate past president of the club, Toastmaster Mercy George Bathe, and even other excellent mentors who have, of course, joined the club. Perhaps it is the likeness that attracts the likeness. Excellence attracts excellence. And we also have Toastmaster Chidi Chukudimadu, DTM, as one of the mentors in LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Aside from that, the LEARNTOR Toastmasters is based in Ikeja, but it is an international club that has members both in Nigeria and in other countries outside Nigeria, including Toastmaster Harriet Tinker DTM, all the way from Canada. That's not all. LEARNTOR Toastmasters concluded the last Toastmasters year, the 2022-2023 year, as a President's Distinguished Club. Super commendable, super excellent, and of course, super gutsy. However, no matter how excellent you are, no matter how gutsy you may be, These character traits do not give you or anyone immunity from certain things. Why do I say this? Just in July, we started this 2023-2024 Toastmasters year. And as a division, we adopted the vision of a highly re-engaged Division F that is distinguished, very visible, and has chartered 10 new clubs by the 30th of April 2024. It is a very ambitious vision that gave all of us different tasks. As a division director, it sent me on several errands, which I am on right now. As club president, it told us certain things we needed to do. Even as members, it has given us different tasks, from having to give our speeches, from any new members, from doing the different things that will help us to achieve that vision. And whenever there is a worthy vision, whenever there is a big goal to achieve, and that will take time, one thing that we will get to expect is that fatigue will occur along the way. And now, looking at our situation here, the situation, let's say, that we have in the country generally, and adding that to what I'm just saying, we'll find out that perhaps at this time of the year, we have gotten a bit tired. Maybe we have been a bit discouraged. Maybe we are not able to get the teams together the way we wish we could have had them. Maybe we are not having enough time to give the speeches that we wish we could have given. Maybe we are not able to invite and get into the club as many new members as we wish we could have had. Maybe the problem could just be that we are not having enough time to rest. With all of these things occurring, with all of these things that I have mentioned and maybe others, the thing is that the gutsy that we would have, or that we started with, probably has declined at this time. Maybe the momentum that we started with is not as strong as it was when we began. But I will leave you with just a few words of encouragement. One, it is very normal for these things to occur at this stage. But how do we overcome this and rediscover the momentum, the determination, and the speed with which we began, and with which we need to continue with to achieve the vision that we have as members, as Toastmasters, vision we have as a club, and of course, the vision we have as a division. The very first thing that we need to realize is that the obstacle is the way. Whenever there is a worthy goal to be achieved, you must expect that there will be challenges along the way. And these challenges only indicate to us that we are on track, and it shows us what we need to do to move forward. The second thing we need to realize is to remind ourselves of the reason we started in the very first place. As an individual, why did we join Toastmasters? What was the reason that you joined Toastmasters? When we remind ourselves of that reason, that key reason we joined Toastmasters, was it to improve our public speaking? Was it to become better at leadership? Was it to foster better connections? Whatever that reason is, and the transformation that we wish to achieve from becoming members and actively participating, when we remind ourselves of that reason and that transformation, it will re-energize us to continue to push and to push through. The third is that we need to review often, because the way the world works, situations change. When we set our strategies in the beginning of the year, maybe the conditions have changed now, and certain things that we depended on or we expected to be might not be the same way now. But when we review often, we get to see where we are and what we need to do and what we maybe need to stop doing. The fourth thing would be, this one is very important, and it ties into the theme of today's meeting, which is Stronger Together. That no matter what challenge we might be facing, whether it is personally, whether it is as a leader, whether it is as a club, we must remember the motto for this year. And our motto is achievement through teamwork and personal excellence. So let us always remember to request for support. You remember you have a challenge, request for support from your mentor, request for support from your club president. The club president, you have a challenge, do not allow it to weigh you down. Reach out to your area director. If the area director is not able to solve the challenge, reach out to me, the division director. I will always be there to listen and to work with you to solve whatever challenge you might have as a club or as a leader. And the fifth, perhaps the most important thing, wherever you see that you might have stumbled, wherever you observe that you might have slowed down, wherever it is obvious that you have dropped the ball, that is not a problem. It is part of life to slow down, to stumble, to be hindered by challenge. But what I want to encourage you to do is, when you have done all that I have enumerated before now, which is to not be alarmed about the obstacles in the way, to remind ourselves about why we started, what we want to achieve, and that transformation which should be always there etched in our minds, and to review our progress to know where we are doing well and where we can adjust things. We need to always have the courage to, one, ask for help and support. And when we do that, let us always remember to resume again. If you do this, I assure you that we will not only be stronger together, but we will achieve our personal goals, our club goals, our area goals, and even our division goals. Thank you so much for having me today and for giving me a few minutes to share my thoughts with you. I wish you all the best this evening and, of course, for the rest of the year. Thank you so much. And back to you, our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very kindly, the Division Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Kubi, and thank you for the celebration, and thank you for the encouragement, thank you for the inspiration. Finally, thank you for the charge. I know our president will have response to the charge you have left us with, but I am certain that LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club is not ready to rest on her laurels. We will continue to grow together, we'll continue to work together, and we'll continue to ensure that our members achieve their goals, which will in turn make the club achieve its goal, and that will have a ripple effect all the way to the division, the district, the region, and Toastmasters International. But we thank you for being here with us today, and we do not take you for granted. I know how busy it can be, especially this time, and with most other clubs having meetings and then the activities going on at the district level, but you made the time to be here. It shows that we are important to Division F. And that means the LEARNTOR Toastmasters is there on the radar of the division. I know what that also means for us is more work. They say the result, when you receive accolades, you know what it means. More work. Madam President, I don't envy you, but I know you're up to the task. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been a part of today's Gusto meeting, and thank you for making it lively with your participation and your enthusiasm. You see, it's through our active engagement that we're able to truly do what? Become stronger together. As we go about our week, please do not forget to rest. Make time for yourself, because resting, as we've learned today, is not a sign of weakness. Or rather, it's the vital ingredient that makes us a better and more resilient person. Because it's during the moments of rest that we're able to recharge. It's during moments of rest that we're able to refocus. It's during the moments of rest that we're able to prepare ourselves for the challenges as well as the opportunities that lie ahead. And as you come out of your well-deserved rest, remember that you can win with Toastmasters. But that's not something that you can achieve alone. You need your club, you need the members of your club, you need your area, you need your division, you need the support and the camaraderie of your fellow Toastmasters, because when we work together, we will indeed win together. And let me leave you with the words of a young poet and someone who's also a peace advocate, Mati Stepanek, who said that unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. Let this wisdom guide our journey through the week and beyond the week within Toastmasters and outside of Toastmasters. Thank you so much for the opportunity to serve as the Toastmaster of the day today, as I yield the floor to the president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, the Queen of Smiles herself, Toastmaster Liz Woha. Madam President, you have control of the virtual lecture.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly, Madam TMOD. I think our TMOD, our gusty TMOD, deserves a round of applause. Please, let's appreciate her. Let's appreciate her with the emojis, with the clap. Thank you, Madam TMOD. You took us through a very wonderful meeting today. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening once again. Our big daddy in the house, good evening once again. And thank you, Mr. Didi, for visiting our club today. It's a back-to-back visit. Our last meeting, we had the AD visitors, and today we are having the DD visitors. Like Madam Tiamodi had said, the reward for hard work is more work. And when we have this back-to-back visit, is a message to every one of us. I equally believe that it's in line with our team. You came at the right time and giving us these words of encouragement to always seek for support. To always ask for support is one thing that is helping us as LEARNTOR, as a club. We know that we do not relent in asking for support. We would always require support where we need to, and we thank you for the support you have been giving to us. Thank you for also picking out talents from our club, placing us in different areas where we can serve, both in the division and in the district. We do not take that for granted. On behalf of every member of the club, we want to assure you that it's possible. It's possible to have the Didi. She will be excited to come, actually. She will be excited. On behalf of every member of the club, we want to assure you that we are working in line with the division's team, and we'll continue to do our best to see how we can help the division, even the district, achieve its goal. While we know, like you mentioned, it's not easy, factors are there that are affecting, we'll keep seeing what we can do and see how we can achieve this. Nothing in life is easy, actually, but we have to see how best we can achieve it. Like the Toastmasters Club states, let us bring people to see the benefits that Toastmaster has to offer. So when we know the benefits, when people see this in our lives around, they would want to know what is driving us, and they will keep coming. So we believe we can achieve this. I believe that all of us here are willing to give that support to you, and we would achieve our goal. It has started as, LEARNTOR has started as a club that achieved distinguished presidents. We do not intend to stop that now. We'll keep giving our best, and we believe we will achieve it. Thank you very kindly, our DD. Usually before the announcement, please, usually in LEARNTOR Toastmasters, there's something we do to make it easy for us at our meetings. We usually have choose or ask people to play the next, to take roles for the next meeting. So I'd like to call on the CMOD to nominate someone. The GE would do that. That's how we do here in LEARNTOR. You nominate someone and let's have our role player. It makes the work easier for our VP education. Please, when you're called upon, if you're not able to do this, kindly let us know. But we're taking 1 minute to do that. CMOD, please nominate someone.
James Awojabi.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster James, kindly confirm. While we have Madam GE nominate, please.
I'd like to nominate Toastmaster Craig, but I know that his Sunday is very busy as the GE. But I know a lot of our members are not here. So I'd rather we follow up with members that are not here. But Madam President, please, if I may, District 94 conference is holding in Abuja next year, May. I'd like us to have that at the back of our mind, 22nd to the 25th. It's in Nigeria. Start saving up.
Yeah, it's part of the announcement here.
Okay.
It's part of the announcement.
Okay,
I just wanted us to, make
many
this,
of our members are not on the call, so nominating people might be a bit of a challenge. Okay, Toastmaster Isaac. I nominate you as
people on the call. Okay. Listening evaluator, please. Okay, listening evaluator had dropped on the call. Miriam, please nominate someone. Counter, please nominate. Timer, please nominate. All right, since we're not having people to nominate, just to go swiftly to the announcement so we can leave, we are behind time. Like Madam IPP mentioned, first on the announcement is the district conference that is coming up in May next year at Abuja. And the ticket is being sold right now. The early bird is on. We'll share that again on the platform for us to take advantage of the early bird and pay in Naira rates. It would help us to equally be at the district, to know people from other clubs coming from other parts of Africa. Let's celebrate our success. We believe that at that time when they will be calling, when the district conference will be on, we would have achieved our DCP goals and would also be celebrated. So let's pay and be part of this. Today at 6:30 p.m., the division is having excellence award for Toastmasters who have delivered speeches and have completed levels. This will be holding at 6:30 p.m. today to 7 p.m. It's just a 30-minute event. And I think Toastmaster DTM Chidi won the Toastmaster of the month for September. So let's come as well to celebrate with her, as she would be recognized by the division today. It's an online meeting. The link has been shared on the platform. Let's do that. A big one coming for the club. Would like to congratulate DTM Harriet, who represented the club at the area level and won the table topics contest. That means she'll be representing the area as a champion at the division level. This is a big one for us. On the 25th of November, let's be there. Those of us who can make it to Eco Hotel, let's be there to cheer her up. And those who cannot make it, please join online to cheer DTM Harriet up. As one club that does not relent in breaking barriers and smashing goals for the division, we would be having a training on how to write speeches by the third place champion of this year's international speech, Miriam Gani. She has confirmed that she'll be coming to our club on the 3rd of December. This is a huge one for us. It means we all have to work together to see how we make that training a success, inviting members from every part of Nigeria to come and learn. It is time for Nigeria to go to international speeches and win. That is why we are doing this. So we encourage everyone to please support the education committee in planning of this. As we plan it, it's going to be a big one, though online, but it's going to be big. And I equally would like to let us know that plan is already on its way for us to start physical meeting. We have gotten a venue, and that might start up anytime soon. We've gotten confirmation from members that they want us to have physical meeting once a month. So want to thank everyone for giving us that concept. We just want to round up with the venue owners and we'll start up our physical meetings. It's been a wonderful meeting. I want to thank everyone that has been here, especially our guests who have stayed with us up till now. If you're a guest, please give us 2 minutes after this meeting to just speak with you and tell you how to become a member of Toastmasters. But just want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, DTM Stella, for joining our meeting. Toastmaster Craig, Toastmaster Isaac, and Toastmaster Weddy. Thank you for taking our time to be with us. And every member of LEARNTOR, thank you, the education team, our supportive Madam IPP, thank you very kindly. Madam VP, thank you for making this a success and for delivering such a wonderful speech. Thank you, everyone, and do have a wonderful week ahead. Remember to rest and remember to ask for help when you need to ask for help. Thank you. I'd now like to call on someone to move for adjournment of the meeting, please.
All right, Toastmaster Chidi Chukwudimaju DTM, hereby move for an adjournment of the LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club meeting to the 3rd Sunday of November.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Adeshayo.
Supporting the motion, please.
I'm supporting the motion, Toastmaster Adeshayo.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shayo. With that, the meeting is officially called to a close. Thank you, everyone, and